Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, a video that I know a lot of people in the YTPC aren't going to do because they don't really follow boxing like that, or a fight they're not going to talk about because it's not really in their face. But I wanted to talk about a fight that's happening on Friday, November 4th. This will be the day before Manny Pacquiao versus Jesse Vargas. Now, I don't know if this is televised. I'm not even sure what the main event is. So I have to go look. But reason I'm even making this video is it's about Jesse Hart. Hart. You guys may know Jesse Hart. He fights in the 168-pound division. He's 20-0 with 16 knockouts. Tough Philadelphia fighter. Talks a lot, entertaining, great power. I was only fought one time this year. He fought Shawn Johnson, tough, like, journeyman type of guy, Shawn Johnson. Shawn Johnson gave him the fight of his life. Shawn Johnson put him down, actually, and it almost knocked him out on the 12th round. He just survived and got up and beat the count. But it was a good fight. Obviously, there's a lot of things Jesse Hart has to work on. There's a lot of things he's got to really, really, really work on. But it's the kind of fight that, makes fighters better, and I think if he uses that experience the right way, he could definitely ride this thing towards becoming a world champion, towards becoming a dominant force at the super middleweight division. Because when you look at the super middleweight division, honestly, look at the landscape of it. No disrespect to the top two fighters in the division, in Badou Jack and James DeGale, but outside of DeGale, no, scratch that. Outside of James DeGale and Andre Durrell, nobody in the top 10, and I mean nobody, not Badou Jack, not Gilberto Ramirez, not Chudinov, not Felix Sturm, not Arthur Abraham. None of these guys have pound-for-pound skills. It's just the way it is. None of these guys have pound-for-pound skills. James DeGale, to me, has pound-for-pound skills, but even him in his last fight against Rogelio Medina, he didn't look so good. So, honestly, I think, with Jesse Hart, obviously he's got to get the experience in. He's got to get more rounds in because a lot of his fights coming up, he's just been knocking dudes out. Silly. I mean, the Shawn Johnson fight was the first time he lost a round in the professional ranks, not until his 20th fight. So, with that being said, he's fighting on November 4th, and the opponent is to be announced. There's not an opponent yet, but I just want to get this out there because I feel like Jesse Hart will be the kind of fighter that at 168 could eventually become a world champion. Honestly, because fighting in his blood. If you guys don't know much about Jesse Hart, his dad was a fighter. His dad was a pretty prominent fighter. In fact, his dad was named one of the top 100 punchers by Ring Magazine, and his dad was can't remember his name right now. I'm gonna go on Boxer and look it up. But his dad was, I can't remember, but his dad was like one of the better fighters. Cyclone Hart, that's who it was. Cyclone Hart. Cyclone Hart. He fought Marvin Hagler. And when you have those type of genes and you've been around boxing your whole life, you come from a city like Philadelphia, I just feel like he's built to beat a lot of guys at 168. He's bigger than most guys. He's kind of like one of those wiry, strong guys, real skinny, but has the lane so he can kind of use his lead hand as his to measure you, and then he's come over the top with his right hand. So, Jesse Hart, hopefully he has a better performance this time because the Shawn Johnson fight, I watched that fight. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on the YTBC who made a video about that fight because I remember the fight was like you had to pay for it. It was like a 15 fight card. It was like $15. And it was a bunch of like local Philadelphia guys, like Jerome Conquest. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's from Philly. I watched that fight and really Jesse didn't look his best. In early rounds he was really hitting Shawn Johnson with some real good shots, but when Shawn was able to take his power, which was really surprising actually, Shawn was able to take his power, he kept coming forward, and eventually he began to find a little success and began landing on Jesse Hart. So defensively he's gonna have to learn how to tighten up his defense. I think keeping his range will be the number one thing that will separate him. If he can get that part down, that's what will determine whether he will be a champion or just a guy who was a name in the division and had a little run of being relevant. He needs to learn how to control distance against any and all fighters, whether they're journeymen or whether they're A-class fighters. So we'll see what happens. But Jesse Hart fighting on November 4th. returning to the ring. Hopefully, he gets a nice, sensational win, and he can get back on track towards going to becoming a world champion, because he was someone who was on the fast track. Had a lot of sensational victories in 2015, but he had I forgot what the injury was, but he had an injury that's kept him out for like 8 months. So hopefully Jesse Hart can get back to the ring and get back to doing what he's doing. So yeah, November 4th, Jesse Hart's fighting. Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.